All right, today I have a holly bush that is sort of getting out of control, and we want to try to trim it down and prune it in place. Now, Saker was kind enough to send this over to me. It's a cordless hedge trimmer and grass shear, and they sponsored this video, so thank you to them. We're going to take a look at this, and I'm going to give you my honest opinions on this. They did not give me any script or anything to follow, so this is going to be my full review as best as I can. So here's what the unit looks like. Right out the box, everything is pretty much assembled and ready to go. You have a little bit of an adjustment on the angle here. Right now I've got it equipped with the shear attachment. I'm not too sure exactly where this is going to come into play in my property, but I'm sure there will be some use for it down the road. In order to remove these attachments, let's go ahead and put this safety back on and pop the battery out so we don't accidentally slice a finger. You have two buttons here on the side, and then this attachment can be removed, and you can grab the shear attachment, which is the main one that I'm going to be really, or the trimmer attachment. You see there's a little slot there where these go in, and then we should be able to just snap this thing together just like that. So pretty easy to get it off and on, and I like the attachment that it came with, so you can prevent yourself from getting cut when you don't want to. It did come with one battery and the charger for it, and it's nice because the battery does have a display on the back. You can see here we're at 3 bars full battery. It didn't take too long to charge it. And they have a lot of other tools as well. I think they have a mini chainsaw, which I love those mini chainsaws. But yeah, we're about ready. There's a safety on this thing. We're about ready to start the trimming, so I'm gonna get you up close here and let's take a look and see how this thing performs. This is the main side here that has really starting to come out quite a bit. Now on the side of this tool, it says that it'll do up to 1/4 inch. This branch may be a little bit thick for what it's designed for, but we'll give it a test here in a little bit once we get some of the major stuff cut down and take a look at it. It's very lightweight, very easy to handle. I do like that. Seems like it's cutting pretty comparably to what I have experienced before. Now let me bring you up closer on this larger branch here and let's see what happens. We're gonna start by knocking down the edge here a little bit. Well, yeah, it went right through that. Now we've got this big branch here, and let's take a look and see. Yeah, it's just too thick for this big branch, so you're limited a little bit by the slots there. So depending on what size material you have, let's see if we can get it off a little bit higher. Yeah, we're limited quite a bit by the 1/4 inch. You can see the thickness of that. It did just barely make it through. So it's gonna be better at doing these little edges and all of the overgrowth, what we need to do anyways. That looks pretty good so far. So something else to consider with something like this is if you have a really tall bush or tree or something that you're planning on trimming, you're going to be limited by the amount that you can reach. You can always get a ladder or something like that. I think for this part, it would be better if they make it an extension. So something that they can consider. Let's try also tilting the angle a little bit. See if that helps us to get any, you can get a little bit of a flatter trim and not sort of bending your wrist as much. But I can pretty much reach all the way to the top of this thing here. I'm about 6 feet tall. Looking much better. So I also wanted to test out the shear attachment. It says it's for grass, and this is an area where we don't really get too much with the weed whacker because we don't want to be hitting that, but just take a look and see how this thing can do. Giving it a haircut for sure. We'll see how close we can get to the edge here. Wow, can get right up to the edge. Let's see if I can grab that one. Pretty cool. Right up to the edge of this thing here. Get it right up to that wood here. Yeah, it does a pretty good job getting right up close. Probably wouldn't want to do the whole yard with this thing like that though. Another area here that hasn't been trimmed in a while. I feel like a barber. Giving it a haircut. Ooh, look at that. Be careful, don't hit the wood. Nice little cool attachment. Let me know what you guys would use this shear or grass shear attachment for. I haven't ever had the need to use one of these before, but I guess there's maybe some circumstances where it can be helpful, where you don't want to get the weed eater in, or maybe some really tall grass. I'm curious if it'll take out this larger stick here. No. Maybe if we keep going. Definitely not what it's designed for, but we're almost there. Yes, we got it. Not what it's designed for, but you got a little bit of larger opening there, so you can grab some larger stuff with it. And I know occasionally my wife will trim these back, so maybe this is another type of grass that it could be used on. Let's see here. Yeah. So if you really wanted to, you could go along this whole thing here and trim these back with an attachment like this. So a pretty unique tool. Let me know what you think about this thing in the comments. And you know, we've been using this thing for about 5 to 10 minutes or so, and we are still at 3 bars of life on this battery. So we've got plenty of more work life left to do. You can see all the stuff that I've taken off. And you could even use this attachment just on this here too. Get you a little more precision. And this is what they say their selling points are. The 2-in-1, handheld and lightweight. I will definitely agree with that. And then we've got SK5 steel, high quality carbon steel, safety and reliability. Pretty nice packaging. And I'll show you also the charger so you have an idea. It's not one of those that you have to plug or slide the battery in. It's just a small little, I believe this is a 12 volt, oh no, 21 volt charger. So you just plug that into the battery to charge it up. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. If you have any cordless trimmers around, you might be able to find some use out of this guy. From Saker.